Everyone, thanks for coming by my channel again. Okay, so today I have a project for you guys. As you can see, I built this frame. The reason why, there was a video that I recorded and to build a frame, how to build it. But while I was doing it, it's gonna take it's gonna take a long time, quite a while, and the video is gonna be a long. Plus, I'm new to this, and basically a lot of people that they show you a video while they're doing it, but explaining there's no explaining in there. So I've always gone with this route since I don't have the editing and all that. So as you can see, none of my videos has been edited. So at the same time, I find that I tested on this on my kid. Okay, when he's watching me do it, he's watching, but he does not sure. Okay, when I say my kid, meaning that let's say if somebody else doesn't know, so while you're doing it, it's still a little confusing. So as I build this frame out, this is a heavy duty one. Okay, you can make it more simple. Okay, so let's start doing it. And the reason why I'm doing this is the max for mine. I like to do it bigger, but I can't. Only the fact that this will be going into my shed when I build one, and on the side of my house, it's only 34 inches wide. So I made this, okay, 32 inches. But I double this up just to make the thing more sturdy on both ends, as you can see. Okay, it's okay because I can swivel this around. I have a 3-inch. I would say you guys, if you're gonna do a heavy duty, put 3-inch wheels on, swivel, or a 4 inches. I bought 3 inches. Okay, it was cheaper, and I bought a set. So there's two of them. There's two sets because I'm gonna build another one. Okay. So basically, the one I have here, the size. And when I'm doing this video, it's easier for you to understand this way too. So it depending on how big you want it. Okay, all you need, don't get yourself into all kinds like what you plan to put in the box and all those kind of things. Don't do that. Because a lot of guys that you see that have videos, those guys are like, they're woodworking guys, so they have to plan their stuff, everything ahead already, and to put it in. That way it'll take you forever, even though they show you a video or I show you a video, and then you're trying to figure out what you want to put in. Start with just 2 items. So to me, I think that's a lot easier. Okay, and then you can start putting boxes in and everything, or shelves is in as you go along later, because you don't know what, maybe you change your mind, right? So don't do that, but it's up to you. Okay, that's my preference. I was gonna go that well, usually I always have everything in mind, but you know what, for me to build this, I already had something in mind, which is plainly simple. One saw, okay, and a table saw, a miter saw and a table saw. That's all I'm having in here. And the way I had this 32 inches, okay, which gives me 29 inches in between, which is perfect. So I have another block in here and another block on this side attaches to that. Okay, and this thing just slides right in. And for this, you figure out the size of your miter saw. You got the box, but let's start with how to build it. Okay, step by step. First thing, obviously you need to calculate how many sticks that you're gonna need. Okay, mine, I had this, like I said, I ripped out a lot of my stuff and I reused it. And a rule of thumb, when you do these things, okay, let's say like I didn't have it, I always calculate how many sticks I'm gonna need. The max, I'm gonna always have 1 left over, but out of all my project, I've always had little pieces like this, a few little pieces left. That's it. Okay, so let's first of all, you already calculate how many you want. Okay, but let's say you want to do one like mine. Mine is 32 inches wide by 72 inches, which is 6 feet. Okay, so basically all my 2x4s are 8 feet long. Okay, so first of all, build this frame first, a rectangle box first. Build two of them. See, as you can see, this is one on the bottom and one on the top here. Once you build that, then you're gonna need you're gonna need the height of this, how high you want it. Mine, I want it to be from the bottom of the tire all the way up. Okay, as you can see, the finish is 37 inches. Okay, so let's say the 37 inches, you would obviously you would need to cut some of these strips out first, but the first thing the box is easy. Okay, so let's start from the top over here. So 32 inches, right? Okay, you're gonna need a top brace. Okay, so left you in there with 29 inches. You're gonna need 5 of them. So let's go on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right here, which I cut it out already for the table saw to slide in. You need 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom, 29 inches. That is for mine, okay? If it's for yours, it always depends on the length of your table, okay? But for mine it's 29 inches. Okay. Now that you got the side one, right? The width, 5 of them. You're gonna need 4 of the 72 inches, which is 6 feet. You're gonna need four of them. 1 here, 1 up here, and 2 on the other side, on the bottom, okay? Which makes your frame. Okay? Then you're gonna need the side one, which I said, like I told you, on the side here, 4 corners. I double it up. It's best when you do this brand new and you don't have any 2x4s yet. I always suggest you should buy 4x4 for the lake. The two ends here and on the other 2 ends. Okay. So basically, what would you get? You would get 2 4x4, and then you cut it in half. You would make it, you would have your legs already. Alright, then from here you would need a brace down. The reason why you need the brace down, because once you cut this out to slide your stuff in, this needs the hole. Okay, so from the bottom of this rail side 2x4, if you go up from there all the way up to this height, okay, that gives you 33.5. Yeah, let me measure it and show you guys. Sorry, because I'm holding one hand and I'm showing you at the same time. Okay, as you can see, 33.5 right there. So you will need 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you would need now that you have 4 on that side, okay, this is a little different here on the side of the lake. So if you have the 4x4, I'm just making an example, you guys. If you did buy a 4x4, okay, it'll still be the same from the bottom go up, okay, 33.5, but you shave. You would shave here 3.5 inches down. Then you would put this back in. The brace of the long piece is sitting on top. The pressure goes down. It gives you more sturdy. Okay, I didn't have it because I didn't want to waste money. Like I said, everything I do, I always try to use all to its max. Okay, so let's get back to this story where, okay, so now earlier I said you need 4 of this, right? Now you're gonna start to count 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4, okay, on the corners. So that gives you 8 total. You're gonna need 8. That's only if you're doing my size or you're gonna do bigger, okay? Small, you might not need that many. Okay? So now, once you have that done, build that first. Okay? The reason, okay, right here is the is the board here that I have right here for you guys, okay? But don't, the route that I went, I built this first, almost everything complete, where I start to need to cut. Then I'm gonna put this on top of this to cut the frame out. But I always built this first. Build everything first. Okay, complete your build. Then you only gonna need the one brace along here and another 2 braces over there. As you can see, I still have some, you know, very good quality 2x4 there. But I'm using some of the old one that I have. It's gonna cover anyway, and you don't see it. The reason why all those one, it's gonna be for another one. Okay, for another bench table that I'm using. So, okay, so now get back to this. You would need 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 corners, okay? The brace is inside here. If you're going the route would you have some already, and you don't want to buy 4x4s either, and you want to go 2x4, then you would cut this one, okay? Let's say 33 minus 3.5 inches, because the 2x4 is 3.5 inches, right? Let me see if I can get this. You see that? That's about 26 3/4, or yeah. That would give you about 26 3/4. Okay. Or give and take 20. It should give you 26. Actually, the remaining here. Just let me give you a rough one. I can't really see it, but actually, the best way to get this one is take the top here, come all the way down to here, basically this, the end here, okay? Then you minus 3.5, and I'll get you this size, and you would need 4 of that, okay? Basically, for starting the frame. This will be just a part 1 of the video, okay? And as you can see, my table here, this thick where you see there's 2 of them so close, that's because of basically the length, the width of my table saw there that you see. Okay, that's why I'm making this a brace bracket. Then now I'm on the stage where I come to this side. I already, from here to over here, that'll give me, you know, the width of my Mitre saw. And then from here, one end to this, I braced it. That'll give me the, you know, the depth inside for my table, I mean my Mitre saw. Then of course, from here, I'm ready to brace it down, because it, don't forget, the way you do this, once you have this board on here, that's 3/4. Okay, 3/4 you would minus, going down here, minus, depending on your Mitre, so how much is the height, then you'll build a stick frame down here, like a little box here, around there. Then it lays flat with it. But you need to calculate 3/4, okay, of the board when it's sitting on top, and you have to minus another 3/4, okay, from the bottom, because you're gonna have this another piece of board that you're just gonna slide it in here, where the stick, there's a brace that comes across. You slide that board in, that gives you 1.5 inches. That gives you the difference. When the table saw comes in here, you cut a hole over here, the box where it sits flat. You still have to do an adjustment, but that's the idea for you to, once you brace it in, that's how you calculate it. Okay, so that'll give you 1.5 inches, not 3/4, 1.5 inches. Plus the height of yours minus 3 inches. So that'll give me what? 1.5 inches plus 3 inches will give you 4.5 inches. So when 4.5, you would build this frame down 4.5 total, okay? And then you just slide your things you're gonna slide yours in. But now that you got all this done, you're gonna need to put the board on. Okay, I went with this route, buying this type of board. It's very hard and solid. Okay, it's a chip type of board. Okay, this is more cheaper. Okay, it's only like 20 something bucks, rather than buying buying one of those plywood that costs like $100. Okay, $50, $100, something like that, I think. $50, some place sell different depending how much you want it. I buy 2 of this. I can make 2 tables, and a lot cheaper. Basically, just a smooth service. I got both sides service, you know, saved me some money. So for you guys, if you guys wanted to go this route, this would save you some money when it comes to the board, because when you're buying 2x4 in Ontario, it's like $7 already plus tax, right? Once you calculate all out, the stick, you'll be spending about depending how much you want to buy on the board, the 2x4s. It'll cost you a couple hundred already, not including the wheels. I bought those on Amazon. I bought 2 sets of it, so it actually came in with 2 sets, and that's right there, 50 bucks right there. So that was a good deal for two sets. Okay, and it adds up at the end of the day. You're looking like a few $100s if you want to do 2 tables. Okay, the reason why I'm doing it 2 tables, so as you can see, like I have a bunch of mess and a lot of tools that I need to organize and put it in. Okay, so I hope this video helps you guys. And if you're not sure, or you see the way I'm doing it and you have a better ways or idea, like I said, for me this was a lot easier because I'm not totally finished with what I want in here. Totally, I just want to have certain stuff in here, and I'll be making tables later. So this is just a part 1 of it. Okay, I hope this video and the way I give you guys instruction how to build it, it helps you a lot. I hope. Okay, because like I said, if you guys watch me start cutting and stuff, when you want to build this, you already know already. So rather than, you know, like, you can see the picture of my frame. That's the idea. Okay, and everybody's frame is different, but the idea is still very basically the same. If you want to build something, it's basically this. And the way I do it, because I'm always a guy who's talking about structure. So if the more structure it is, depending on mine, you could actually do it really cheaply, like, you know, just 4 corners and a couple 2x4s, and you could be done. And that's cheaper. That's only 100 and something bucks. That's it, with the tires and the frame and everything. But because I'm doing heavy duty, so it's a different story, right? So everybody's concept is different, but this is the idea and how you get the measurement. And like I said, I stress a lot about, like, don't think so much about trying to put whatever in. Go along, get the frame. Mainly if you said you want to, let me make this example a little clearer. Let's say you want to make this and you want to put a lot of stuff like mine, and you want a lot of room space. You see, I wanted 37 inches, so I can have a lot of, maybe in the future, some shelves or some things in here in the bottom. That's why I'm doing like this. And I do it afterward. Once the tables, the saw is in and the levering's done, then I'll think of what I want to put in here. That's afterward, because you can do that. Don't do it in between, otherwise it's going to make you so tired and you're going to stress out, and then for sure you're going to have some changes. Okay, for sure you might want this, you might want that. Do it this way. That's how I do it. Maybe you guys have a different, but it's just a tutorial so you guys can have a better way of, you know, an idea. Alright guys, thanks for dropping by, and I hope the video helps you. And if you have any comments or something, and I hope you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks guys, and I'll keep you updated on, you know, every part where I get to a certain stage. I'll record another video for part 2. That way you have an understanding, or, you know, if I don't have to do so much on it, that maybe I can do a record while I'm doing that part, so it's a little easier. But like I said, once I'm done certain part, I'll explain you in detail. That way, you know, it'll help you guys too. Thanks guys. Peace.